Shalom. Happy new beginning. Happy new moon, Rosh Hashanah. Happy birthday, world. Happy rebirth to all of life. I wanted to share a story, a little pre-Rosh Hashanah story. Before Erev Rosh Hashanah last night, I went with a friend and my son, Judah, to Boynton Canyon here in Sedona, Arizona. It's a very special place, as many of you know. I didn't expect to get far in, as Judah's not much of a hiker yet, and it was a hot day, so I knew he wasn't going to want to walk very far in. So we brought some bubbles and fun things to do along the way. So we get in, and Judah says, "Gosh, we've been hiking for thousands of miles already. Can we just take a rest?" And in all reality, we'd been hiking for 2 minutes, but we came upon this bench where a lot of people stop and sit and retie their shoes or whatever they do. And Judah takes out this stationery that he brought, and he starts writing me a note. And I felt inspired. So I took out my notepad, and I wrote a prayer, and it was about 6 lines, and they were very powerful. And a couple of them were, "Happy rebirth to all of life," and "The Messiah has truly come, and the time is now," etc., etc. And I really wanted that prayer to reach the end of the hike, but I knew I wouldn't be traveling that way. So I folded it up, and I drew a star on it, and I tucked it under a rock in plain sight on top of the bench, in hopes that maybe one person would read it, maybe a couple people would read it, maybe someone would take it to the end of that hike. So we blow some bubbles, and we're having fun, and then I said, "Come on, let's go in a little more." And of course, Judah was resisting. He wanted to turn around. But we walked a little bit farther in until he couldn't take it anymore. So it was about 5 steps. And as soon as we turn around and take a few steps in the opposite direction, a man appears on the path. And as we're about to pass him, he reaches out his hand toward us, and he's holding 3 hearts. He gives one to each of us. They look like this. They're red rock hearts. And he says, all that matters is the love in our hearts. All that matters is that giving and receiving of unconditional love. So go and give that to everyone, everywhere today. And he said, this is how we truly anchor in heaven on earth. And all of our eyes lit up. Judah's eyes really lit up, because just moments before that, when we were sitting at that bench and I was writing the prayer, I paused and I strongly reiterated to him the things that I've been saying the past few days about Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. I said, "Jude, it's really important that we consider this new beginning and our new selves in alignment with the highest good of everybody, and everything is one. This is the way that we can bring the soul into the body. This is the way we can anchor in heaven on earth." And I say this, and I put the prayer down, and we take just steps before this man appears with those hearts and confirms the truth of what I just said to Judah. So that was a really beautiful, powerful moment of confirmation. This man was an angel. And I feel so grateful to have a little piece of his heart, the one heart that we all share. And then we turn around and we just keep walking back toward the car. And moments after we saw the man, we came upon that bench again, and the prayer was gone. And I knew in that moment that that man, angel, took that prayer and was bringing it to the final destination on the hike at Boynton Canyon. And I couldn't be more pleased that he was the one to be carrying the prayer there, because that was a part of my prayer in leaving that there. It was a wish of mine that it made it to the end. And who better than this angel to do it? And I knew it was him, because there were only moments that passed in between all of this going on, and he was the only one on the trail. So I'm, of course, unless ETs came down and took it, and that's very possible. But We are here now in these bodies. We are the star beings, and he is that. He is one, and I know that that prayer made it to exactly where it was meant to be. So it's a little holiday magical miracle story that I wanted to share with you guys, just to remind you that these high holy days that are upon us are for the first time being activated in a way that they never were before, even in ancient times. Because of the alignment that is upon us, these high holy days, as well as all energies on this earth and inside of us, are being taken to the next level. They're being activated in a way that they never were before because of the merging of above and below, heaven and earth. As these two come together into the one, alchemy happens. And that alchemy is what's igniting the flame of spirit, of passion, Shekinah, for everything to rise and everyone to rise. The frequency of this planet is dramatically shifting. And we are one with that shift. Thank you for keeping your heart open, for trusting in this process, for not being afraid, for accepting this truth into your heart, into your mind, into your soul, and for integrating the truth into the fiber of your being, so that every cell of your body is awake and aware of what exactly is going on here. So that each and every cell accepts the mission with grace and with ease and without crisis. So that as one, we can blissfully transform ourselves and this planet into one of a higher vibrational reality that is centered in love, in reflection of our source and our truest nature. Shalom.